Alright, so welcome back. After releasing their debut EP in 1984, titled Metal Without Mercy through Ironworks Records, in 1986, they released their debut LP through Axe Killer. Yes, they leave Ironworks and gets moved on to Axe Killer, which Ironworks did work with Axe Killer for a while. Some of their albums, including Dark Angels We Have Arrived, was licensed to Axe Killer. And of course, two different covers, but here they released their debut album through this label. So, but it's not their debut, but it's their debut on a new label. There is definitely another change within. Drummer Todd Billings is replaced by Bryant Scott. Roland Legman, the other guitar player, is replaced by Steve TZZ. So, you got two different members with some of the same members, including Sammy D. John, still on vocals. On here, this is definitely kind of continuing the sound of it, but this time a little more refined. But still is definitely a really great album. Album starts off with the title track. Obviously, the highlights on the sound for me are Discipline of Steel, Ancient Warrior, No Evil, Look Out, Raiders of the Night, Hardcore, which is another real fast, ruckus track on here, Run for Your Life, The Message, which ends the album, is definitely a great track as well. Fuck. It's like one of the slower ones on here, but at times kind of emotional. Just a great track. This is just a probably not as good as the Metal Without Mercy EP, but still is very well done. Everything on this album is still very well put together. The band definitely is definitely in top shape. Everything about this definitely flows very well. Not a bad song on this album. Of course, artwork. Cheesy, but you just gotta love that artwork with mace, battle axe, and all shit with the fucking face that's obviously it's supposed to look mean, but with blood bleeding through its fucking eyes, whatever. It's kind of just gives it represents the band's music. That's what you expect from this. Is very barbaric, just U.S. power metal in the vein of like Metal Church and I wouldn't say Law's Rocket, but it's kind of it's just on the very aggressive side. So even at times it may also remind me a little bit of Liege Lord in some ways, or Attacker, like the second album, The Second Coming, but a little more melodic. So, with that, good album, and after this, they would split up, and they would definitely reform a few times, like I mentioned in my Band of the Week video for this band. I did mention that, Dark Angels, Jim Durkin was a member of Ruthless, but he has soon left to, of course, to go back with Dark Angel, and they did, however, release a album in 2015 titled They Rise, which, of course, for that album they would re-record Metal Without Mercy, which I forgot to mention in the the Metal Without Mercy review, which would have kind of added in, but it would have been kind of cool. But in some ways, I wanted to kind of save it for this, because this was the last album for a while before They Rise in 2015 through Pure Steel Records. I still haven't gotten to hear that album. I have heard snippets of it, and it just sounds like classic Ruthless. So, with that, if you have not even heard of Ruthless and are definitely looking for an album to start with, I kind of would have you start with the Metal Without Mercy EP, because it's just it's a very much a good starter. And of course, this and even They Rise, which I've heard snippets of it, and it just sounds definitely like classic Ruthless. So there really isn't a bad release that I've heard from this band. This band is just solid from most. So with that, if you have heard Discipline of Steel, and if you have any thoughts on it, you can post your comments down below. So, this is Heavy Thrasher saying I'm out, and it's time to go on to the next one. And this is definitely going to be something pretty cool for you guys. So, with that, this is Heavy Thrasher saying I'm out, and I'll see you on the other side.